How's it going, Derek? What's up, brother? Can you hear me perfectly? It's been a while, right? Jason, what's good, brother? How are you doing? I know. It's a crazy Monday. No worries. We'll talk. We'll talk. It's not. We're all good, guys. If I understand the nature of the beast. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate you, brother, the confirmation. Hey, Frankie. What's up, Frank? Um, I'm glad you're in very great spirits, brother. I'm keeping up with you. You know what's up. Um, Only if the family, and I understand that, people's got their livelihood and their investments in this thing. And for many, it's kind of like their first long-term hold on something. Many of us, 2 years this upcoming month for me. And I know many of you, same thing almost, if not at least over a year. But if you guys could hold on to a few things that I've shared with you throughout this whole journey of doing the YouTube um, movement, at least for me, uh, I've I've always shared, or I've never stressed enough the fact to always never tie up your emotions to certain dates. I've said this many times. You guys fact check that, and all of you, or those of you that are in here, because you could definitely say if you've seen my previous videos, you know throughout the months I've always been saying that I'm completely against the ideas of dates. Even if no one is calling out this date, we're gonna squeeze. Psychologically, that's just how human nature is. When we think, oh, this is catalyst, what did I have said? What have I been saying to you over many months? Many months said I don't tie up anything to no catalyst. While many places or many creators, without taking any direct digs at anyone, um, have been covering, and I understand the hype so it can bring in viewers and subs and all that stuff. I understand that's this YouTube thing is like a career for them. So they create the hype because brings excitement. And I get it. But the problem is that comes at a great cost. It comes at the great cost of the morale of the overall community. And eventually it deteriorates and plays with a lot of people's emotions. Those of you know what I'm talking about. Specifically, those certain creators that were heavily pumping other meme stocks, similar to GME, and continue to think that just by the fact that we had an announcement that GME was going to do a split, they went out on their channels and said, "Oh, that's the catalyst." Do you see that word right there? And then the day comes, you gotta remember, market makers and hedge funds, they're not just laying on the bed on their back with their legs wide open, waiting for people. And I'm sorry for this image, but this is how this whole thing makes me feel because it's time and time and time again. And unfortunately, my own community that comes here are also influenced by many other communities, and that's all right. At the end of the day, I always say you are responsible for what you let in here and here. They're your sanctuary, they're your, and they're your soul, and you are responsible for what you let in. And once you let in too many things at once, it's just natural that a lot of confusion will, and a lot of thoughts will just start uh, deteriorating inside of your heart and inside of your mind. They're two different things. Um, and it's just so much more simple to go back to the original thing that I've literally for months been telling you. Your first step into this whole thing is to create or establish your core conviction. Do you have enough conviction in this play in general? And not just because you want it to. So, no, no, no. Besides that, do the things that you know about this play initially from the beginning. It's kind of like going into a company, investing in any company. Forget short squeeze talk. even if you were going to go invest in a company, you're going to look at what the company does. You're going to look at their sales. You're going to look at what their idea, what their whole business is structured around. And you're going to establish an idea, say, you know what, this is going to be something big in the future. So I'm going to go into this. This is the same, psychologically, it's kind of the same thing with this. I understand most of us are into this for the short squeeze, and it turned into a long play. And that's what short squeezes take. Look back on short squeezes, none of them took less than, what, 3-4 years even. Some of them even took a little bit longer. I'm not saying exactly that this will take 4 years or 5 years or whatever. No, I've laid out, and you see right here, this chart, we're going to talk about it. Like, we're going to lay out some of the things. Who, 8 days ago, 8 days ago, exactly, not this Sunday, not yesterday, but the Sunday before it, who came out and actually gave you a full-on technical analysis? And a lot of shills came out and started shilling against it, saying, oh, you TA people are all the same and say the same BS and whatever. And I would like to ask those same shills and those same idiots, even if they're not shills, whatever, they hop around from community to another, fact check me. What did I say 8 days ago? And in fact, how do you also fact check me? Because I will share, you will be listening to a little clip from that video. I want to also know, I want you to comment. If you're going to shill, comment with freaking receipts. Show me one fucking YouTuber, sorry for the F-bomb. Show me one YouTuber that came to you over 8 days ago and showed you exactly 2 scenarios that this could happen and go through. And I showed you exactly that point right here that I'm pointing at, when we were at 25, at that point, we were supposed to be meeting our bear strength limit, which means we were going to go back down. What did we see? Back down. It's to be expected regardless anyways. Why? Because the ape distribution that comes out of the AMC evaluation overall. However, I laid out the case for you as well. If we had broken that previous resistance, which is over 34 or 35, then we were going to break completely out of a bull flag formation. Many, and when I say many, I was shocked to know at least over 80% of the community does not even understand what a bull flag theory is. They just hear it, but it goes from one ear and it comes out the other. And it's unfortunate. Educate yourself. And this is directly not just to you, to the viewers, but also to the creators. Reading documents, thinking that the beast, this is the nature of the beast, thinking that the beast is just going to play by the rules and they're going to be pinned down by a rule, you're just displaying to me and to the rest of the world your infancy in this whole game. And again, there's nothing wrong. This has nothing to do with ego. This has everything to do with reality. So we're going to share some of those stuff. Let me just say hi to some of the people. I haven't seen many of my cool people in here for a while. It looks like we're lit in here. Mr. Panulo, the one and only. How are you, brother? Weaver, what's up? And Pilot NC, what's up, brother? Finally, somebody that will answer my questions. Well, Frankie, hopefully I could do that. Hopefully. Jam Bams, the lovely one and only. Jams, this is food is actually the porn to my heart. Mrs. Gloria, always lovely to see you in here. Thank you. Yes, I was getting over COVID actually, and finally did get over it. I also was fair, just on a fair point. I was also having the time of my life. So don't sit there and watch the line, guys. Thank you. Thank you. On Weeble, I tried to do a replay on Ape to see the halts, and it tells me today is not a trading day. Well, before the market opened, I don't know. I mean, I don't trade AMC on Weeble. I'll be honest with you, Frank. I use Webull just for my day trading, and I've explained in the past why do I do that from a realistic and actually a very thoughtful point of view. For day trading, only, and I'm sorry, I'm not. This is not again. This is not directed at anyone, but only a fool would trade on Fidelity or TD Ameritrade or any of these other brokers or Charles Schwab for day trading purposes. And the reason why I'm saying this is because one, with Webull, not only do you have access to pre-market at 4 in the morning all the way till 8 o'clock at night, and pre-market and aftermarket, but also it is not bad with charting. That's another thing. Three, way more user friendly. Wait, when I say way, as way, you guys that use this and that, you know the difference. Four, and the most important point, you're not paying any commissions or no fees on your transaction. So as long as that's what, to me, as long as I'm just doing that there, whatever profits I take from my day trades or my options tradings, all that gets transferred over so that to my long positions so that I can actually buy my long positions and further expanding my positions in AMC and GME and a couple more meme stocks, but in my long portfolios in the other platforms. It's just a money milking machine. That's what I'm saying. So for those of you out there, if you haven't exploited that idea, not financial advice, think on it. I'm not saying buy on a payment for order flow application, but take advantage of the payment for order flow platform, because they're trying to screw you by selling your data and your trades to the market makers. Well, guess what? If there is no long positions, this is what I've used. This is the common sense I've used. If there's no common sense, I mean, if there's no long positions that I'm taking on their platform, then what are they going to send to this market maker? What payment for order flow data are they going to send? Oh, this gentleman traded at 4 in the morning and sold his positions at 4:05 or 4:20. not any. I'm not giving out any references with the 4:20. You know, what are they gonna say? And as I say that, I'm pulling out my hookah. By the way, this has no weed in it. This is just regular double apple flavor. Double apple jams. So I don't know, Frank, as far as the long situation, I don't know. I've never traded AMC or GME anyways on Webull because I don't do day trading with AMC and GME, and I don't use them for just those. Now, all the other stocks, yeah, for day trades, for options. And then my profits, I yield them out, transfer them over, and I do the same thing the next day. No fees. What more do I need? Um, so we'll see. We'll look into it and we'll see. Oh, good thing I'm looking into the screen. Let me make my figure a little bit smaller just so you guys can see the tip of this pyramid. Some more highs before we go jump in. Pam, the trader. That's my good friend. How are you, Pam? Nice to see you in here, my friend. Look at that. All this love in here. Mr. Radwan Siraj, how are you, brother? What's up, guys? Pam and Jams are sharing the love. I'm Jelly. Nice, nice, nice. G Chronicles, how can they halt ape almost 9 times today? HKD went to 2,500 with no effing halts. It's part of the game, brother. It's part of the game. Someone needs ape shares that are being sold so they can distribute them over to the ones that didn't get their shares yet. Is it? I'm not making any allegations. Could it be? Sounds like it's possible. It could be something very nefarious or insidious to do, but at the end of the day, um, it's the possibility. Does that mean we'll get more into all of this? Let me just say more highs in here. Hobby the Great, as the name says it, the Great. Lovely to see you in here, my friend. Buckeye Ace, peace. Peace and blessings to you as well, brother. No, girly, I don't know what happened, damn phone. Frankie. And I'll send you more food pictures too. He did it again. Da, da, da. All right. All right. So last question here. I'm fast until 1. Oh, good luck, Javi. Good luck, brother. AB, I only got into Webull with 9 shares just to see my green for once in 16 months. My average is 31 on my other broker. I can't wait for this shit show to be over with. You and I both, brother. You and I both. But keep up the faith. Keep up the faith. You know, it's not. This is not a move that just ends in one, in one moment or another. Let me share something with you guys. Let's share a good moment. This is for all the haters. Oh no, not this. Not that either. This is for all the haters that I don't know how many times do I have to time and time and time again call things out correctly to and still get shilled on. And I don't understand, like, sometimes what do I have to say with minus me having to say lead people on with some unrealistic hopeism and stuff like that, and lead them on with catalysts and all this kind of talk and everything. What good does a catalyst talk do besides being so excited? But on the day of, nothing happens. Watch this. Some creators that came out and shilled on GME split after the day after, the week after, said, oh, what did that do? Look what that did. That didn't do nothing. Shorts didn't cover. GME is done. And some even went to the extent to selling their shares. You know who you are. I don't know. Still, the herds are still flocking. I don't know how and why, but at the end of the day, they did that. And then they just kind of go with the waves. Oh, now I feel like I want to jump back on GME. Um, at the end of the day, I'm much love to everyone. And remember, I just hope that now I'm gonna warn you that from this point, you're gonna start getting these. You already know what Lou is gonna come out and say. But some other creators that many of you hold dearly, surprisingly dearly to your hearts, I'm warning you from now, are gonna come out and they're gonna start saying that Ape didn't do shit for AMC, just like they did with GME. Those same creators did the same thing with GME, and they're eventually at some point, I don't know if they will make the mistake that they did with GME and announce that they sold their positions, but I don't know if they'll do the same thing with AMC. But be careful, some will come out and say, "Oh, Ape didn't do nothing for AMC because." Before I said the because, and therefore, because Ape didn't do nothing for AMC, this thing is not gonna squeeze or it's not gonna do its thing. So you gotta be careful from those and fact check me when they come out and do so. Maybe now I just made them, when they listen to this, maybe they'll change their mind and they'll not do that, which is also another reason why I'm doing it. Catalysts, guys, the problem about them, about that talk, is good to know what's happening and stay tuned with everything. But overall, if you don't have the initial conviction into the play, you don't want to be in it. I always say this to many people. And this is besides even trading, in anything in life. I'll just say this. In life, and I will give you the analogy in the trading world. But in life, I always tell my friends, if it ain't worth dying for, you do not want to be in it. It's very important because that is a key for happy life in general. Now, in the trading words, if you don't have the conviction for it, you do not want to be in it because no catalyst talk is going to keep you through or get you through days like this and many other days throughout the whole movement. If you've been in here for over a year and a half, year and a half, 2 years almost, like myself, Catalysts have come and have came and went like waves of an ocean. Endless amounts of catalysts have come by, and they've continually kept fading away. It's crucially important to check your emotions and remember that you can't tie up any of your emotions to a particular event or date or catalysts or any of that stuff. I've even had some dialogues, and I won't share obviously with who, because again, I don't hold any grudges against them. They're my great friends, I would say. I've had dialogues with them where they were set on the fact that that's it. We're squeezing like as of last week, and I told them just wait and see, just wait and watch out, watch and see. The other side, a chess match is just by moving a major piece or just by checking the king, just by checking your opponent's end does not mean it's a checkmate. Until it's a checkmate, it's still a game on. Doesn't matter how many pieces are on the board, how many pieces have been lost on the other side. As long as the king is not in a checkmate, you can check the king, your opposition's king, many times throughout the game. But until it's a checkmate, it's still game on. So let's hear this. This was 8 days ago. I want any naysayers or shills out there, or any of these that compare my TA to other TA video. I don't know what TA crap they go to on YouTube and other channels, whatever. But I want, if somebody else did this 8-9 days ago, over a week ago, and exactly said it exactly like this, I want you to please comment it and post it on my video, on this video afterwards. So you don't come in here and just open up and blabber your mouths, crying like little kids. Oh, all your TA guys, do people do the same? Don't compare me to nobody. If somebody's coming here on a daily basis, giving you a look, we just made a railroad cross. Look, oh my God, we just hit a golden cross, and the average of the EMAs just crossed for the 10th time today, and that's it. This confirms this. If you see, you never ever will get that out of me. Some people jumping in here telling me, AB, just take a chance. Just take a what is, you think this is a casino for me? Some of you got trading completely screwed up. Completely. And I love all of you in here, people. I have no hate for nobody. At the end of the day, this is the key to a longer, happier life. But take a chance, really? Would you want me to do that? It's just not in me. Even if I will make 200,000 subscribers because of that, I will not do it. It's not me. I will never do that. So let's hear this. Less than the previous one in November of 2021, which brings us to the most important up-to-date moment right now. Right now, we are as making this video. We're going to see what happens this week. It's going to be very important. We're at 25. So theoretically, according to history, if we are to continue a bearish trend that they had us in for the better part of over a year, since June of 2021, we are supposed to be, as you can see now, you see that beginning of the turn down? We're supposedly, according to history, we already hit that top of this run, and it's supposed to be going back to another correction to possibly go down to the 11s and the 13s. Now, what did AB or this guy, forget, I'm not even going to say my name. What did he just say? I told you this last Sunday. Not this yesterday Sunday. Don't get it twisted. Nuh-uh. Told you this last Sunday. This video, you could go check the date on it. I said fact check me. That's the title of it. And since nobody came out to fact check me, I will fact check myself. I literally said that when we were at that 25, this theory that I'm telling you guys about this style of simple technical analysis. This is the technical analysis that does not confuse the living hell out of you, because all these other channels want to sound smart. And again, I'm not dissing any particular, many are very smart. I just don't go and watch many, but I've seen many as well. And I know what they do. They want to sound smart, so they bring you some terminologies that they went over on Google the day before, or they've seen on some other channel, and they come and try to sound smart to their viewers. It's unfortunate because that's ill to the community. Um, Look at this. This is not TA that does not make sense. This is what I'm sharing with you here, guys. Truly is from the bottom of my heart the simplest form of TA and pattern uh, discovery. You see here, back in June of 2021, you saw our run up. If you weren't a part of it, you've seen it. You witnessed it. That's probably the reason why many of you jumped in the play. However, you witnessed it. Since then, every play, every run up we had, boom, right here, right there, right there, right here. And the most lastly, last week on Friday, when we were around the $25 range, all these, what do they have in common? Come on, you guys use your own imagination. You're going to do this TA for AB. AB don't even have to do it. I'm just showing you the way. That's it. Every single touch or run we had was always less than the one that preceded it, that came right before it. So on here, March of 2022, you guys see right here, I'm going to here highlight it so that one second. If the highlighter starts working. Let's choose green. I love the color green. You guys love color green? Who doesn't love the color green? Okay, this thing doesn't want to work on me now, of course. Let's brush it in then. You see that right here? You guys see this green that I'm drawing like this. This was 34, 35 bucks. Last run up that we had, just as of last Friday, was to 25, almost 26 bucks. If we were to break that 35 last week, then we were going to officially break out of the theory of the bull flag. It's important to remember the bull flag theory. Look it up. If you don't know it, look it up. I explained it now in words as far as the tipping points that are always less than the other, almost getting wedged down to a very narrow channel. As you can see, what is happening is our channels are getting narrower and narrower. Again, so far, no sophisticated talk or nothing. This is not supposed to be sophisticated. It's supposed to be the simplest form of thinking, of seeing patterns of a chart. Guys, if this stuff don't work, this wouldn't be the thing that all professionals use, or any professional financial advisor knows this. If they don't know this, they're not financial advisors. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just following in the footsteps of the years that I've spent in this trading thing, trying to learn it correctly. It's not just reading files. It's not just reading forms. It's good to have all of that. But you also need to know this. You have to know this because patterns have a beautiful way of explaining the past and perhaps also the present and the future. When we look back in history and time, what do we look at? We look at timelines, events that happened in years that we didn't even live in, all dating back to thousands of years ago. And those timelines are professionally just always put in a chart. Trading chart is the same thing. It's just a timestamp of timelines. And you see right here, one. Look, I'm going to draw another thing right here so that you guys can see all of the points. You see all these greens? We are respecting all these channels of a bearish movement. So now we're back down over here. And personally, if you were to ask me what is my opinion, I anticipate us to consolidate in these areas right here, because as you can see previously, every time we drop, these are the channels that we've respected. Will we drop down to 945? Possibly. 927? Possibly. But I anticipate a little bounce back and perhaps some consolidation here. Now, what is the new resistance level for this bull flag formation? This is the good news for you guys. You see the 35 here? Well, that's no longer the break level that we need. Now it's 25, 25, 26 right here. The next time we break above that, I am, again, we will fact check this when this happens, whether it's in the next 2 months, whether it's in the next 2 weeks, or the next 3 days. This TA, listen, nobody is gonna, and this is another important thing I need to talk about. No one is gonna come because they read some sort of file, neither no PDF form or no whatever, and no one is gonna come by reading exactly just like any chart and tell you that tomorrow at 3 o'clock we will moon or we will go under. No, it doesn't work like this. None of that, because you got two people. It takes two to tango. We're trying to squeeze out shorts. How are we going to squeeze out shorts if we're just thinking on this day or on that day, and we're throwing out Hopiism and all that? We know the most important thing that we need to know and that thing is that they are heavily shorts. They're heavily shorting this stock. What more do you need to know? This is what people flocked in. Like when shorts short something, they try their best to keep it on the low. We know the most important and literally the only reason why, personally, I'm even in this play, is that they're in it, they're heavily in it, they're waiting for us to sell. So we're playing a stubborn game. Over a year now, we've been in a stubborn game. Who's going to flake out first? Who's going to get tired, or who's going to give out first? Because I know if they were to go down first, my payout is going to be incredibly, biblically unimaginable. So the key is not to get all lost and confused in all these filings and whatever and all this stuff. The most important fact that you need to keep in the back of your head is that they are heavily shorting this, and they're in there. And just by them, because they're so heavily shorting this, that's discounting FTDs, that's discounting synthetics and the naked shorts and all that stuff. Just the short in this is enough. When it starts getting covered, it's enough to make biblical numbers. Imagine when we add all the other spices on it. It's going to be the most amazing and tasteful meal of your life. Once in a lifetime. Once in lifetimes. So whatever, like for something like that, do you just anticipate them just to lay on their back and spread their legs? And I'm not giving them some sort of like reasoning. Like, it's not reasonable. Of course it's not. Of course they're cheating. Of course they're doing all that. Did it take for AB 2 years to figure that out? Honestly, I think some creators are that way still. They don't understand the idea that the beast does not play by the rules, and their connections to the upside and the fact that the whole upside is corrupt just makes it a whole lot more juicy on a bad end. Not juicy in a good way, juicy in a bad way. However, what is the only thing they cannot do? They can't just make those shorts vanquish. The only way they can make those shorts vanquish is if by closing them. And by closing them, what does that mean? It's like a seesaw game. This goes down, this goes up. This goes down, that goes up. Which one do you want to be on? On which side? We've been down the whole time. It's only a matter of time before we're up. So now the good news, as I said, is the next channel to break on our next run up, depending on how long we take in this consolidation zone. And I want people to not get extremely crazy. Like right now, we're, let's say, at $10. Let's say we drop to even $9.20. And one day, let's say in this week or next week, we break up to 15. I want you to check your feelings, your emotions. That does not mean we're squeezing, even though it's going to be a lot of percents, like a 20% move, a 30% move in 1 or 2 days. Check yourself, because this TA is supposed to show you what? The levels to watch out for to confirm whether I didn't have a crystal ball last Sunday, 8 days ago, to tell me that, oh, next Monday, 8 days from now, we're going to be at $11 to $13. I did not have a crystal ball. What I did is I used this method that I'm showing you right here. I looked at every particular, first, what shape are we in? What pattern are we in? And seeing that we were in a bull flag for over a year, that's what keeps me smiling. Because bull flags always end in a major slingshot to the upside. Like this. You see this green one? Here. And this is not the limit. The sky's the limit at that point. Because if this goes there, that means shorts are getting cooked like freaking shrimp and scallops in boiling water. It's up to you if you want to add lemon juice or not, or salt. You know AB is always going to be positive and always going to be the great outlook, because if you expect good things, you get good things. If you expect negative things, what are you going to get? Your whole outlook is negative. And I'm not saying this exactly to all of you. I'm just saying this in general to everyone. And so it doesn't matter how long it takes us to consolidate in here, whether it's a week or two or even a couple of months to finish out another wave, similar to what happened last March. Last March, it took until this August, 3, 4, 5 months to get to this point. But that's not going to be the case over here, because the channels of the resistance and the support are squeezing tighter and tighter. Look back over here. You see this one back in October of 2021, September of 2021? You see how big, look at this channel. You see how much space? Watch this green line that I'm going to draw from up to the bottom. You see all this? That's how much space between resistance and support they had that they could be basically working with. And again, this is just looking at the chart and looking at the events that are happening and things that are happening by price point. And as you can see here, it's getting closer and closer. What, the next channel we're going to be in here doing this in between the $9, $10 to 20 previously, just as of last March, it was between the $11, $9, which we touched, all the way up to about $36, $35. So the channels, what I'm trying to get to you, is getting tighter and tighter. I will never give you any dates. I will never give you any of this, because that is not my way of thinking in general. It's not even in my system. I've programmed myself a long time ago. I've had enough conviction. I know how, that there is biblical amounts of shorts. I know there's biblical amounts of FTDs on this. And whenever it gets to that day of taking care of those, because they would have to be taken care of, they just can't just vanquish. Whenever it comes, whenever, keyword, whenever it gets to that point, that's when I will fucking pounce. Sorry for the F-bomb. So looking at this video again, as we were talking over here, guys, who came out and said 8 days ago, please, haters that are posting comments on my videos saying, oh, you TA people, compare me to any of the other TA guys. Please post something where it shows another TA guy. And I don't just confirm myself as just only a TA guy. No. I'm a trader. And a trader is supposed to know this. TA, they're supposed to be able to know what to look for as far as earnings, as far as how to inspect a company. You need to know all that stuff as a trader. And this is just one of the things. So please, haters, fact check me, bring in whoever you're comparing me with, whoever else said over 8 days ago to the T where we were going to go. If it happens that way, like I've said in this video, as we were just listening to that clip, I know you all heard it. Hopefully you did. I'll look at the comments and see. And if you haven't, you could go back and check the video. I'm not deleting that stuff. The title is specifically fact check me for a reason. So go on there, as you can listen to this. Write on my comments, tell me who put out a person and show a segment, or tell me the timestamp on that video where they say exactly the same things that I say. Because the last thing I even want to hear, besides me being compared to some other weird whatever channel, is if I also talk about stuff that other people talk about. Put a timestamp, fact check me and tell me, hey, you say the same thing this guy said, or you said this wrong and this didn't happen. Do it, okay? If you don't do it, then keep your mouth shut. Don't come in here and put this stuff, because to me, this is my time. I don't. What do you think? I'm making millions out of this shit? Neither do I care about all that. I'm doing this because I'm talking straight out of my heart to whoever is listening, to whoever this is reaching. If it makes a difference in one person's life, what I just explained and what I just showed, that's more than anything for me. That's enough. And I will continue to say this over and over again. The people that don't believe or don't understand to this exact extent of what I say, that I'm a person who's investing a whole lot more into the afterlife than in this life. If you don't get that statement, I don't know what to tell you, but I could just tell you this. I'm a huge, huge, huge believer, and I have faith in my religion and in my creator, and therefore I know what he tells me will happen after. This is just a transitory life. Where are we going? Doesn't matter how high or how rich we get or how powerful we get, we're gonna end up 6 feet under some sort of in some dirt. You don't need me to fact check that. You will fact check it yourself when you get there. Hopefully, all of you will have the happiest and longest and healthiest of lives. But at the end of the day, it's going to come to an end. What is it going to be after? I'm not going to turn this into a religious session. However, I'll tell you that this is why I talk, and this is why the person, my makeup of why am I the person that I am, why I talk like this, and why do I go about things like this, is because my investment is truly overall in the afterlife more than in this one. Because I know this one ends. The other one is eternal. Let's continue listening. Now, here's the thing. Will this happen? AV is not definitely saying that, because this could be the break. Why am I saying all this to you guys? It's important that you pay attention to all these patterns because they make a big difference. If we were to continue our run and break this last March run of 30, 33, 30, $34, I'll be more comfortable with 34, 35. That would initially confirm a breakout to the uptrend from the previous over a year and 2 months now, exactly to date. It will confirm a breakout of that trend for a year and 2 months. And guess what, guys? What do we have here? We have a bull flag formation since June 2021. You see, this is the pole right here. And everything else since then has been a downtrend, drawing a bull flag completely. See if I could draw one in here. Sorry, Matt, guys, I am so under the weather. I am. I was so under the weather because I had COVID. And I always downplay things. You guys don't hear. Excuse me. If you guys need to watch that video, it's 8 days ago last Sunday, and the title is that, as you can see, AMCTA watch before this week, fact check me after. Since no one did, I fact check myself. So much love to you, all of you guys out there, lovers and haters. I love you all equally, because at the end of the day, none of you are in charge. None of us is in charge of putting food on anybody's table, and only the one and only is the one that provides. So you guys, I want to see. I'm gonna look through the comments now and see if there's any questions about this chart, whatever I showed you here, if it made any sense or if it haven't. Who do we have in here? Oh, Tell Dog. What's up, brother? I seen the blue wrench and I couldn't help but see it. Jason Bimo. Sorry, guys. I can't scroll up all the way to the top, so I'm just picking up from where I can go up to. Nice to see you too, my friend. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for stopping by. Luna, you're still around. My joke is referencing to the Luna crypto dump that they had. So it's nice to always see you here and alive with us. Um, I'm way behind over here, I see. Am I the only one with no sound? Oh, John. Yeah. Well, oh, thank you, Jam Bams. Jam confirmed right underneath it. John's sound is working. I don't know. Maybe the mute. Check the mute button on YouTube or something, brother. Um, if not, I hope that it's just technical difficulties, and maybe you could just rewatch this after, or watch it through some other device. Manjeet, thank you. I appreciate the wishes. Yes, I'm definitely feeling much better. Are we getting anywhere with this? By the time I'm getting to this comment, I'm pretty sure you probably have been through all of this. Ooh, look, my computer's telling me your battery is getting lower. So I'm going to spend this last uh, few moments and minutes reading these comments and hopefully answering some questions and uh, catching up with everybody. Wow. Tally Foreman. Well, make sure since it's this time, it's at 3 p.m. Ooh, I gotta check on my spy. Let's heck yes. Some of my friends in here I've shared with, they know themselves. I've shared with them like a week ago that I've gotten some puts for the spy, and yeah, I sold half of them today, or just a little bit ago, right before I jumped on this stream, and then I'm gonna sell. Dependent, I'm gonna see how it goes down. I have them until the end of this week. So as some people say these days, we're chill. Guys, what they're doing with Ape and AMC is literally, if you go look back at the video that I made about GME, and the title of it was I Know What Ryan Cohen is Doing. I broke, there was a certain segment in that live stream. It was a little longer, but there was a segment where I broke down what were they doing with bbig. And it looks clearly as of today that they're doing the same thing with AMC and Ape. Doesn't matter at the end of the day, because while Cryptide was already being traded ahead, not that's the only difference between AMC and the Ape and bbig and Cryptide, is that Cryptide was already pre-trading previously, and they were able to catch a lot of positions and load up a lot of positions. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that even bbig is over. Heck no. Excuse me. Um, at the end of the day, it's about shorts. That's what all it comes down to. It's about the shorts covering their positions. The only way they can get out is if we tap out or if they cover. That's the only two ways. They can't just vanquish. They will not vanquish, because somebody's balance sheets have to add up. So please keep your emotions simplified. Simplify them. That's the way you do it in the trading world, and even in life. Christy, oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you too. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Jaw 33, Dorito of Death. Alan Kamaski, what's up, my friend? Alan is asking, when are they going to stop the dark pools? The answer is never. Now, when are they going to stop uh, transferring our stuff over to dark pools? Well, we have a lot of control over that. Once a lot of people leave and stop going long on payment for order flow apps, then dark pools will become useless. Why? Okay, think of it like this, guys. Why would they pay Robinhood and Webull and Moomoo and Shishi and Hihi and whatever the other apps are. Why would market makers pay them fees, like a lot of money, for the data and for all this information that clearly the payment for order flows apps are sending them? It's because it's worth it. For them, it's worth it to pay that much, because nobody is going to pay something for anything, not even a penny for something that is not worth anything to them. So clearly, there is, without anybody coming here, I'm not going to believe, you're not just going to believe people's words on things. At the end of the day, if they're paying these apps, that means there's a lot of people still that are using them to still go long on these positions with AMC, GME, and other meme stocks. So therefore, the market makers are still using it and paying them. And then when they get this data and these orders, they route them through dark pools so they can manipulate basically or control the price of the price action. I know some of you out there that are saying that it's all just institutional selling and whatever. I can't even go into it because I can't even say the people's names, and I'll just keep it at that. It is not just institutional selling on a daily basis where they sell and buy back and sell and buy back and all this stuff. There's a lot of tax implications to all that talk, and that's not also. There's a lot of filings that needs to be done in order for them to scoop up huge millions of shares and dump them back daily. All that stuff needs to happen. Look, my computer is literally saying like, hey, I'm dying in any moment. By the way, if the stream ends at any given moment, just know that the computer died. I literally gave it all out to you guys. The charger is way up on the third floor in my house, and I'm not gonna go get it. But you guys got the cream of the crop of this whole stream. Anyways, you got what you need, what I needed to give you. KM. Hanzo, how are you doing, my friend? Nice to see you in here. Jason Scott, I was hoping to hit the Lambo dealership this week. That day will come, brother. That day will come. Thank you. Appreciate you, Lisa. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving me your time. It matters a lot. I value it because I know time is something that you can only spend. You can never buy time. You can only spend it. And the fact that any of you are spending your time with me, doesn't matter how long, just even a second of it, I value it a lot because I know that you can't buy that back. And I hope that I can, with everything that I do, not sell you just hopiism or whatever, but get my point and my message across with also respecting your time and also the fact that, that you're spending it with me. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Mr. Hardstyle. Thank you, Teldog. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Corbin. That means the world to me. That's my intention, is just for that help. Yep. Keep it up, Aaron. Much love, brother. Look at all these hearts. You guys are making my I won't bring the tears down on the screen. You won't see them coming down my eyes, but they're definitely coming down heavily inside my heart. Appreciate you guys. JP, aka J Patagi. Time to load up the rockets. Yes. Always. Mr. McCowan, the legend. As always, Mr. Warren, thank you yet again for your service, sir. Appreciate you. You're a dear brother to me. And I feel better, yes. Uh-oh, we got Big Daddy Smurf in here. What's up, Smurf? How are you, brother? I'm looking forward to your guys' next link and next stream. Always a pleasure to see you guys. You and Steven. Studs. Two studs, really. Covering stuff to the T. Jeffrey, there's the legend. A lot of people know Jeffrey in here. Miss you, brother. Thanks for the wishes, Pop Loco. That's another legend in the channel. Much love, brother. Thank you for stopping by. Much love to you guys. Thank you, Pam. Appreciate you, Jam Bams. Thank you, Tell